No pretty intro.
Let's talk budgets.
To be honest, we've been avoiding this question because it just feels like a lot of pressure for us to sit here and have to tell you what your work is worth.
It also varies from every single person, the type of skill set that you have, the gear that you have access to, the projects that you're working on, if travel's involved. So it's hard to say like, this is the universal number, but we will tell you some numbers and hopefully that makes it a little bit easier on your next project.
So Chris and I run our own Toronto-based video production company. So this is not our first rodeo. We've been in the industry for a long time, so it's safe to say we have a good idea of the wide range of pricing that is out there.
We ourselves were beginners at one point, so we know what beginner work looks like. We also know what beginner pricing looks like, all the way up to pro pricing and everything in between.
We actually made a video way back when we started our YouTube careers on what to charge for photography. And a lot of those tips still apply, and maybe even go watch that video first and then come back here. But the thing is, a lot of those tips are very surface level. They're very introductory. So we wanted to give you something a little bit more advanced today.
That video covered some very basic tips on how to plug some numbers into a budget sheet and come up with a total price for a project.
Speaking of budgets, in that what to charge for photography video, we did include a free budget template. But we've beefed that up now. We've actually assembled a budget and estimate template, an advanced version of both of those that you guys can pick up, link in the description below, for $39. If you don't know what the difference is between a budget and an estimate, then maybe this is something you should pick up, because not only are we just going to be giving you the templates, we're going to actually educate you on the process of using them and how you're going to get those final total budgets. If you're just starting out your career in videography or as an editor or as a photographer and you're wondering what to charge, that's probably why you landed on this video. You need to start operating as a legitimate business, and having some consistency in your pricing that you can easily quote your clients, even eventually on the fly, is essential. And you get to that point by having a budget and having estimates and quoting over and over and over again. Process is very important in running a business. Yep.
This video is gonna be different. We're actually gonna tell you the numbers if you're a beginner videographer, intermediate videographer, or pro videographer.
So that means we're giving you real day rates, real hourly rates if you're a videographer or editor going into the industry. Now you're finally gonna know what to charge. So
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's go there.
Let's go. Here we go. Here are the videographer day rates. A beginner would charge between $100 and $200 a day. A beginner intermediate videographer would charge between $300 and $500 a day. An intermediate videographer would charge between $600 and $900 a day. A semi-pro videographer would charge a day rate of $1,000 to $2,000 a day. A pro videographer would charge upwards of $3,000 a day. And above the semi-pro level, these rates don't include bringing out a gear package.
An editor's day rate. Now, some editors work on a day rate and some work on an hourly rate. Beginner is $100 to $200 a day. Beginner intermediate is $300 to $500 a day. Intermediate is $600 to $900 a day, and an expert would charge over $1,000 per day. Now let's talk about the hourly rate. Beginner would charge between $10 to $20 an hour. Beginner intermediate would charge $30 to $50 an hour. Intermediate would charge $60 to $100 an hour, and an expert would charge over $100 an hour. Now, if you're just starting out as a videographer or an editor, there's a good chance that clients are coming to you to make a full video from start to finish. This role is often known as a predator, a producer, director, editor, videographer. So you might fall into this category. So how do you know what to charge for, let's say, a 2-minute corporate video?
They're asking you to estimate a full project. They're not asking for your day rate. They're not asking for your hourly rate. They're looking for you to quote on a project from start to finish. So how do you get to that point? One, it's easy for you to ballpark these numbers with experience and time in quoting on these. So that's just something you're gonna understand over time. But initially, to quote that first project, all you need to do is take your day rate or your hourly rate and multiply that by the amount of time it's going to take you. So the amount of days, the amount of hours, whatever it is. Make sure you're including any additional costs in there as well, like travel time, craft, any gear rentals, and we give you lots of these suggestions in the budget template, again, that's linked below. And that's how you'll get that overall final number to quote on for that full project.
Let's talk about some of these projects. A smaller scale project could range anywhere from $100 to $1,000. An intermediate scale project could range from $1,000 to $10,000.
A pro project would range between $10,000 and $50,000, and an expert project would be upwards of $50,000.
After about 10 years working in the industry and working our way up, Lizzie and I sit somewhere in the pro category.
Some of the things that are going to allow your budgets to grow over time are your level of experience,
Your gear kits,
the services you offer.
as well as the scale of your productions.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something new and now you have a better idea of what to charge. Again, if you're interested in picking up the budget estimate bundle, it's linked in the description below, and it comes with video tutorials on how to use it, how to quote your projects, what the difference is between a budget and an estimate. So make sure you also check out Chris's channel. Thanks for joining me on this one.
Yeah, of course.
He is the other half of our production company, so I felt it was fitting for him to be included in this video today, but make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell, all the things. Enjoy quoting. It's boring but necessary because everybody needs a little money. That's all.
It's
Goodbye. See you later.
Bye.
That's all.
See you later.
See you later. And it's just, you're just left with me now. Back on the channel. Called Lizzie Pierce. That's my name. Welcome. You thought you were gonna get a channel with Chris too. Nope. Just me. Bye! Can you see my shoulder?
A little bit.